Hey, guess what? I bet y'all hate me. George Floyd.
That's
Yeah, I
deep,
know.
man. That's
No,
deep.
no.
That's deep. Hey, dude, we got a bunch of brain surgeons on this Spaces, dude. Why didn't you let me know? If I knew we had such a collection of the brightest minds in the world, I would have got on, dude. So I could just listen. All right, so as you guys may have heard, Ryan Garcia has now been expelled from the WBC, and this is a permanent ban because Ryan Garcia was drinking all night and doing whatever else keeps you awake on the 3rd of July. And in the morning of 4th of July, he had clearly been up all night and he went crazy on Twitter or X. He went crazy on X, okay? And so what I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to run you through the details of the case through this article. And what I've already done is I actually got the section of the Spaces recording and I went through it and I edited out all of the many N-bombs to make it to where someone on YouTube can play it for you without getting their channel deleted. And it took a lot of work. And I got to the point where just looking at the audio track just on its own, I could predict where he used an F-bomb just from the spike in the way that he talks. He said it so many times, okay? Good God. Anyway, so he went on, like when I first saw this, I saw it yesterday, like Ryan Garcia's been expelled from that. Well, actually, I take that back. I first saw it early in the morning when my boy, Alex Pickus, sent me, he said like, he sends me topics and he was like, hey, Ryan Garcia's going off on Twitter. I went and looked, X, sorry, Elon. You buying X is the most important thing that has ever happened in the modern age. I don't mean to disrespect it by calling it that piece of shit platform's name, the one before. Anyway, so yeah. So Ryan was going bananas on X, and he wrote he in plain writing, dropped a bunch of N-bombs there, like, and I just looked at this and I'm like, okay, like he's just high as a kite and he's drunk. But then I saw that he had done a Twitter Spaces, and it was titled George Floyd is a B, and I was like, oh. And then I looked and it was 3 hours long. 3 hours long. And he had some very interesting things to say. I did not think that he sounded very coherent, to say the least. But I have recorded myself listening to the section that got him booted out of the WBC, and I think you're going to find that pretty funny. So that's what the last 20 minutes of this video is. But first, let's just run through the details of this case so everybody knows. So Ryan Garcia has been expelled from the World Boxing Council, marking the latest fallout for the embattled boxer. Oh, by the way, I'd like to thank the sponsor, Yo Kratom, the best source of kratom on the internet if you are a daily user and you like to buy in bulk. $60 kilograms. $60 kilograms. And it gets there in 2 days every single time. Yo Kratom. All right, so Ryan Garcia has been expelled from the World Boxing Council, marking the latest fallout for the embattled boxer. World Boxing Council President Mauricio Salomon made the announcement on X on Thursday, citing Garcia's bizarre social media behavior, where he repeatedly used racial slurs and made disparaging remarks about George Floyd, a black man who died in 2020 after a Minneapolis police officer knelt on his neck for more than 8 minutes. Oh, hey, look at how they worded that. Look at how they worded that, dude. Hey, remember when he was killed by a police officer? Remember that? Now it's a black man who died in 2020 after a Minneapolis police officer knelt on his neck for more than 8 minutes. Yeah. Hey, what was the cause of death again? What's the cause? Is that the cause of death? No? And you know it, and that's why we're now wording it the way that we are. We're doing slippery words, you know? As the truth came out, somehow dude's still in jail, but like the truth is out now. If you guys still think he got killed by the police officer who was kneeling on his neck, you need to do much better research, because this is not even a conversation anymore. But nonetheless, still doing 30 years in jail. He actually, after it got proven that the cause of death was a fentanyl overdose, he got stabbed in jail literally like the next day. Almost like there's an agenda going on. I don't know. Just things that cross my mind. Anyway, exercising my authority as president of WBC, I am hereby expelling Ryan Garcia from any activity with our organization. We reject any form of discrimination. I fear for Ryan Garcia's well-being. I will say this, dude. Crazy act, apparently not a crazy act. I apparently got fooled every time. I got fooled every time by this guy. I feel like I don't get fooled by anyone, but except I get fooled every time by Ryan Garcia. He's acting crazy. I'm like, damn, he's crazy. Then he's like, hey, man, that was just a crazy act. I'm like, damn, dude, he was just acting crazy. This guy got me. I'm like completely gullible when it comes to this dude for the first time ever. I never trust anything I see. And like every time he says anything, I'm like, man, is that right? And as you guys are going to see later in the Twitter spaces, he's a lunatic. So anyway, a publicist for Garcia did not immediately respond to requests for comment regarding the WBC's actions. What are they going to say? You know? Like, the only response you could give is this dude is batshit. Okay? That's your only response. This dude's bat. If Ryan Garcia leans on his mother's breast cancer this time, though, I will say in advance, that is the lowest shit of all time. Don't do it, Ryan. Just say you're either crazy or you were blacked out, or just don't talk about it ever again until your year is up. Just keep training. I don't really have anything to add to this. We're just going to listen to the actual recording now, and my goodness gracious. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen, because Ryan Garcia gets loose on this one. All right, so here is the Twitter Spaces section that got Ryan banned from the WBC. When I first heard that, I was like, oh, they're just being sensitive, because I had seen some of his tweets. I actually saw that he had done this Twitter Spaces we're about to listen to. However, I only listened to ballpark maybe, 2 minutes of it. And I'll just tell you right now, it was like a 3-hour Spaces. The part that I fast forwarded, like I just took the thing on the timeline and just went completely random spot. And I'll tell you exactly what he said, okay? And then I texted my buddy Alex, who sent this stuff to me after. I'm like, I literally just heard him say this with the first sentence. I've never met a girl that's loyal. I'm going to tell you that right now. I've never met a girl who's loyal. And I met like 30,000 girls, dude. I'm like, he's all my signings and all the, I'm like, this guy just tried to tell people that he had such strong knowledge of the 30,000 girls that he met that he feels confident that none of them are loyal. It's like, this feels like a you problem, guy. Now, maybe I'm biased because I have the most loyal, incredible wife in the world, but I don't know. It's seemed like a pretty crazy comment to me, but also he might be meeting disloyal groupie whores. So there's that. All right. So I'm going to have to edit so much of this video out. It is going to be absolutely infuriating. And as a result, I am going to ask, as I always do, that you please subscribe to the channel. It'll take you 2 seconds. It's a huge, huge help to the channel. And it makes a big difference to me. And it'll take you 1 second. And I am about to do a lot of work for you guys because Ryan made this video hard to put up. So let's do this.
I said...
You supposed to hit your chest and throw up the peace sign. That means...
Oh, sorry. And this is the Twitter Spaces, which, by the way, was titled George Floyd is a Bitch. So that's what the titled it. So just that's our starting point.
I said niggas are worried about niggas saying the ER word, but niggas are saying niggas to the ER. No, you didn't hear that.
Can you say? No. Can you say it again?
Okay, niggas are worried about other people saying the ER word, but niggas are saying niggas to the ER.
Okay, so he thinks he's making a profound point here, and in case you're not understanding what he's saying that the black, population in America is very concerned about other people using the N-word with a hard R. Okay, so that's just something that's true, right? I don't know a lot of black people that are super into people using that word. It bothers people to different levels, but I would say universally most black people are pretty adverse to people using that word. And then he said, but N-words with the A are sending other N-words with the A to the ER. He's all, what do you know about that, dude? It's like a poetry slam. He's like at an open mic. He's all, sounds like an open mic. You know what? Actually, I just realized for this video, I'm going to have to replace the N-word with a some other replacement, or else I can't make jokes. Let's just say, for example, peaches. Okay, peaches. And for the record, when I say peaches, I'm just making fun of Ryan Garcia. I am not actually replacing a racist term with a, substitute and then using it like a racist person, I love black people. Some of my absolute best friends in the world are black, and I love when people tell me that just because you have black friends, that doesn't mean you're not racist. Actually, it does, okay? That's exactly what it means. That is the dumbest shit that has ever come out of 2020. Like, the 2020 world. He's probably one of those guys who'd say, like, his best friend's black, and that means he's not racist. You're all, yeah, that's exactly what that means. I let my black best friend babysit my children because I love him and I trust him. Like, yes, that's correct. It negates me from being racist against black people. Yes, that's correct. Idiots. That's the dumbest shit ever. The dumbest argument of all time. Anyway, so what was I talking about? Oh, poetry slams. Ryan's like, hey, is this thing on? Is this thing on? Hey, peep this. Peaches be worried about people using the hard R, but Peaches be sending peaches to the ER. What's up, dude? I bet you didn't know that you shouldn't be worried about racist terminology in America anymore, black community. All you need to be worried about is the fact that there are some people with the same ethnic background that shoot other people with the same ethnic background. Completely negates your argument that people saying peaches matters. All right? That's the level of logic that we're working with right now. Okay, and he's just getting fucking warmed up, dude. And so am I. So let's rock.
That's crazy. That's crazy work. You're absolutely right, though.
Bro, am I wrong?
You're not.
No, you are right, bro.
You are right, bro. Right about what? Okay, I mean, I guess. What did he actually state? He says, black people are concerned about people using the hard R N-word. Also, other black people are shooting other black people. And they're all, damn, man, you're right. It's like, actually, I guess technically he is right about both of those things. But what's your fucking point? Like, yeah, you stated two facts. That's true. That's, I guess, true. There are black people shooting other black people, and they don't like racist terms. Right. Which means that their concerns about the hard R are irrelevant. Now you lost me, guy. You have officially lost me. All right, let's continue.
I'm going to repeat it one more time.
And he repeated it again. So I just decided to edit that out because we heard it. We got you, dude. Now let's listen. For the record, I have not heard this.
Speaking poetry, look, if you rap, break it down like this. Look, he
Swear on my life, I had not heard that, dude.
said, Nick, he just basically spit a bar. All right, because he just removed the ER, so he didn't say nigger, right? He said niggas are saying that niggas and other people shouldn't be saying niggas, right? Or saying nigger, but we say niggas to the ER. You feel me?
The fact that you're speaking on black crime, which doesn't get speaked about enough, you know what I mean? Because that is a real thing.
So listening to this while I was editing and just chopping out all the N-bombs, I heard that part. He's all, hey, man, there is something else to consider, that he is talking about black on black crime, and that just doesn't get spoken about enough. I'm like, oh, listen to token white guy trying to show how down with, the social issues he is. It's like, you've been sitting there, you've been waiting for a chance to talk, show you're down with the cause, you fucking square. Jesus. Let the crazies talk, okay? This isn't time for you to earn brownie points with the culture, okay? These guys, this is crazy town, okay? This is not time for you to try to earn stripes.
Right. Hey, guess what? I bet y'all hate me. Fuck George Floyd.
That's deep, I know. Man. That's deep.
No.
That's deep. Hey, dude, we got a bunch of brain surgeons on this spaces, dude. Why didn't you let me know? If I knew we had such a collection of the brightest minds in the world, I would have got on, dude. So I could just listen, dude. I wanted to learn, dude. He's all, hey man, hey, peep this. Now that you guys are acknowledging my foresight and wisdom, let me just say this. George Floyd. They're all, damn, bro, that's deep. It's like, that's deep. That's deep, dude. Damn, that's deep. Listen, man, you can say, fuck, fill in the blank, any human being on earth. That's not deep, dude. Okay? It's not. Really, unless you're like, fuck my dad because he turned me into a world champion. Then you could, you know what I mean? That's basically the only time that would make any sense. Like if like Floyd Mayweather was like, hey, fuck my dad, man. Maybe I didn't want to be a world champion boxer. It's like, damn, that's deep right there. But fuck George, you know what I mean? It's like, it's deep. Anyway, let's continue.
Fuck George Floyd.
No, he was used.
That nigga
bro.
was a crackhead, bro. He died because he had fentanyl in the system.
He's right.
Bro, I'm sorry. I know.
Let me qualify that real quick, okay? I have empathy for drug addicts, 100%. I've said this a million times. I've talked about the George Floyd case 10,000 times. I have no problem talking about it again. When I watch that video, the full video, it is crystal clear to me what is going on, okay? What is happening in that video is a person who is addicted to fentanyl is like coming to the realization that when he gets arrested because he's a felon who has done lots of time in prison, one of those times because he put a gun to the belly of a pregnant woman that he was robbing, just for the record, okay? So, yeah, hey, guys, guess what I'm about to say? Fuck that guy, you know? Fuck that guy. That doesn't mean I'm like, fuck police brutality. I'm saying fuck a guy who sticks a gun to the pregnant belly of a pregnant woman, okay? Okay? Because I don't like what people do that no matter what color they are. Maybe the pregnant woman was black. I'm protecting her, okay? Has nothing to do with his race. You do a thing like that's psychopathic, okay? Like I don't think anyone, like people breeze over that little detail and that makes me like, I'm like, what the oh, like, you know, that's no big deal. That's not a big deal. Like think, okay? This is not a movie. This is a human who actually did that, okay? He put a gun to the belly of a pregnant woman. Think about that. Okay, you ever seen a pregnant woman completely helpless already? You couldn't just point a gun at her, points it at the baby. Okay, is that a good guy? No. But in the video, he is, you know, being overwhelmed with the terror that he's going to go through fentanyl withdrawal in jail. And if anybody has ever been addicted to opioids, you know exactly what that feels like. And I mean, you're basically strapped to a chair with a cartel pulling out the tools they're going to torture you with. That's the level of fear that you're talking. I'm serious about that. That's not an exaggeration. And so he's terrified. And so he is resisting. He's not violently resisting, but he's resisting. He will not get into the car. Then they let him in. Then he says he can't breathe, puts him out on the street. The guy already had an arrest where he had swallowed a bunch of Percocets to avoid arrest. Okay? He swallowed the fentanyl. It killed him. That's what happened. Okay? That is what happened. That is what happened. Bottom line. And guess what? The DAs knew that. Doesn't mean anything else about anything else. Doesn't mean anything about black people. This is one fentanyl addict in a situation where he's trying to avoid arrest, and it looked bad. But it turns out it was an overdose. Okay? Anyway, let's continue.
No, I hurt y'all feelings, but fuck, bro.
He just crashed out, bro. He really was just having an overdose the whole time. I can't breathe, bro. You was having an overdose, bro.
He crashed out. And guess what? Fuck Steven Jackson, too. I want to show y'all my DMs with Steven Jackson. I'm going to post it. You know what?
Why does Steven Jackson push Canelo's 4-year-old daughter on the floor, bro? That shit was crazy.
What?
Ryan, I have a question. Bro. Ryan, I have a question real quick.
You know what's crazy? He didn't ride for George Floyd till he died. That's how I was start questioning Jackson.
You know, we got the elections coming up in November. Could we change?
Wait, Steven Jackson knew George Floyd? Yeah, I mean, why would he? Why would anyone ride for that guy? Why would anyone ride for a dude who spent that much time in prison and is a current street walking drug addict? I mean, no offense, dude, but I'm not trying to speak ill of the dead here, but generally speaking, people in that state of life don't have a ton of people around that are like, hey man, what's up, man? You need a helping hand? Well, that's the problem. That's why they're in the position that they're in. Oh, is that right? Is that why? Okay. You ever had a drug addict for a sibling? You know anything about drug addiction? You know anything about anything? No. You live in the world you wish you lived in? No. Shut up.
He's a title to Trump 2024 so we can get his campaign rolling.
Okay.
Is that okay?
I'm going to do it. All
right, cool.
Hey, let's go bring George Floyd back to life and kill that again. Relax. Let me go in on these.
What, dude? Wow. So, for the record, I'm recording this before, like, I'm sure that I am going to record a video of me going through the actual articles after I record this. I did not know that he said that. Literally, this is the very first I heard of that. That is, it's just one of those things, if you're a troll, and your brain works to like, let me think of what will make people crazy. It's like, I think you might have hit the nail on the head on that one. However, attention is not necessarily the only currency that you should deal in, because that is one of those things. Like, you can discuss the case factually. Like, if you're a smart person, like, you can discuss the case and you can make valid points while simultaneously not getting half the people who are listening to want to take away your boxing career. As I've been doing this video, I realized makes no sense for me to have that screen up where I have to censor all this stuff out when we're not even doing anything with the screen. So we're going to continue listening to this, and I am going to save myself a bunch of work. You guys can listen with me. Let's continue.
Niggas.
What's up?
Hey, niggers. Okay, now what? I'm not
Fuck that
mad.
other though.
Fuck that nigger.
Smoke that other nigga, no cap. Say something else, I'm gonna come wave you at a smack.
All right, so I'm going to have to edit that out, but that was Ryan Garcia saying, fuck that N-bomb with a hard ER twice. So, again, dude, like, I just feel like you should know that there are going to be repercussions when you say stuff like that, dude.
Shelter.
This nigga's weird, bro.
He bypassed the whole issue to talk about you again. You see what's that gaslighting shit?
Hey, wrap his ass up, right? Wrap his ass.
Hell yeah, it's that gaslighting shit, bro. Contracted ass.
Bro, you weird, bro. You actually.
I'm just gonna go look at it, bro.
Ryan, you want to talk about what's going on in the world? You don't even know
No, shut the
about Israel
You're not
or
really like
Palestine.
that, bro. You're a culture vulture. You want to be a Muslim because Muslims support you. You weird, bro. You're like a gay ass bro. Fuck you, bro. I hope you went to the fucking the massage.
Now, that's a word I think is funny every time. I'm going to have to edit that out. But, what's something we used to be allowed to say that now has just been, it's like, this is only a word that's used to be condescending towards homosexuals. I'm like, I literally have called every person, whatever.
Whatever that shit is.
Mossad?
Yeah, fuck you, dude. Bro, fuck you and fuck Muslims that fucking rape little kids. Bro, all you motherfuckers, bro. You guys are weird as fuck. All you Muslim ass, fucking weird ass fuckers.
All right. So now we went to F all the Muslims that F little kids. Y'all are weird. He is making generalizations, I think. Now, I don't even know why this is even part of this conversation, but I think this is like common sense. So I know a bunch of special forces guys who, did tours in Afghanistan, deep Afghanistan, and they've told me some absolutely insane stories about Taliban guys. And what Ryan was alluding to is not inaccurate at all. Like, for fact, not inaccurate in those cases that they told me about. Does that mean that you're a Christian, right, Ryan? Like, you're a Christian, right? Hey, so are there any priests that have been, diddling kids? Are you diddling kids? Are you going to diddle a kid, dude? No. Okay. There's how many Muslims are there? Like 1 billion? There are 1 billion Muslims? It's so dumb. Okay. I just did a video about Habib having to flee Russia, and there was a dude who committed a jihadist terrorist attack that trained at his gym. And I spent the whole video being like, you can't put that on Khabib. You can't, like, that's a dude who, like, they were on the same team for a brief period. And I'm like, you can't judge Khabib because there's some fucking crazy ass dude that was on his team. Generalizations are for idiots. Here's a generalization. Ryan and the people in his spaces are retarded. They're retards. You know? Retards. It doesn't get any better from here. That's probably enough, honestly. I think you guys have gotten the point. That's why he got banned from the WBC. And clearly we are looking at some kind of substance abuse issue. Everyone's all, it's mental health. I'm like, it's also substance abuse, without a doubt, because this whole thing was happening at a time where almost certainly he had been up all night. Okay. So that's what we got in terms of the recording. And this is probably plenty long for everyone. I love you guys. Subscribe to the channel, ring the bell. Don't be assholes. Bye.